This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Demon Deacons will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mountaineers offense will get the first crack at it here. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Moving away from pressure. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the air on second down. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
From the gun on third down. Unloads to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Wake Forest offense has its first opportunity of the day. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things.
Wide open spaces. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch. The Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Mountaineers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll give it to him again. Picks up the first down. He's loose. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. And the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. They're working that left side. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Mountaineers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll pull it on the read. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Reese. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. He'll do it himself. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Demon Deacons will hustle to the line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They booted away on 4th down. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, Dave.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
On 3rd down, going up top. It's complete to the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautifully.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Quick strike through the air for the score. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. They're trailing by 10 to Washington. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Deacons now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it paid dividends on that 3rd down.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Out of the gun, the inside give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to fire on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it, first down and more. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at second and 11. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Mountaineers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be brought down. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And the Deacons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. At the 45 on his way. Breaks into the open on the left. He's at the and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Wow, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
The Mountaineers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Blue. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
We'll give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to get behind the defense. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Deacons will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Handoff to the lone back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And this This offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swann, so big playmaking is always a possibility. They're trailing by 10 to Washington. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. And the Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. He's got his man across the middle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far. So can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here.
Pound 55 weak.
From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, West Virginia. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 71 yards down the field. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Turning it on! Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. The Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Lofts one high and deep. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
finds his big tight end. Turning on the Jets. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Mountaineers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Get set, get set.
Going to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, but just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Got it set up on the outside. At the 35, he's got room. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well, then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
The Mountaineers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Floats it out in space. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California, is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. And that last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll try the run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And the Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. West Virginia has it back ready to dive into that playbook. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here. And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And the Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
To the air on second down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. He'll keep it himself. Across the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
The Mountaineers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They want that clock to run. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. And the Mountaineers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile.
55 weak. Razor.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After those last 2 plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18.
Rita. 42 Spiders.
Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start on offense.
Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's complete. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
on to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Washington. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future.
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they turn it into a defensive score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. And they'll take a knee. This one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.